Our mission is to protect the creative class in the age of AI. That's why I've come here to MIDEM to meet the music industry where they meet. We're entering into a golden age for music AI. But is it a threat or an opportunity? A challenge to the very foundation of musicianship as a livelihood, or a chance to profit from an industry that's being turned on its head? This is Music, your base camp, your 101 in the world of music AI. Let's explore these brave new frontiers together and unlock untold value from this nascent space. My name is Adam Place, and this is Music.
There is so much going on in AI music right now. I don't know how we're going to fit everything in. First off, do you remember that band, The Police? Well, their drummer, Stuart Copeland, had this to say about AI music at MIDEM.
We are fucked.
He was on a panel with Jean-Michel Jarre and other industry luminaries. We caught up with top industry analyst Mark Mulligan afterwards, and he had this to say.
Imagine if you were looking at some sort of like 1980s long-haired heavy metal guitarist watching some, sort of drum and bass rave artist playing around with a sampler and making drums sound strange. He'd have said, that's not music. If that's what the future of drumming is, then we're fucked. And that's exactly the same language being used around AI now. Are drummers dead now? Of course they're not. Is there more music that doesn't have human drums on? Yes, but is there more music with human drums on? Yes, as well. And it's a real sort of high tide rises all boats kind of thing.
This is Music, and let's jump in to what else happened in AI music in the past week. On Monday, the group of publishers led by UMPG in an ongoing case against Anthropic asked the judge to reject the dismissal of the case on the grounds that it's filed in the wrong jurisdiction. They argued that claims it is subject only to jurisdiction in Anthropic's Silicon Valley backyard is wrong, and they wish the case to continue in Tennessee. Anthropic say, according to their terms, any disputes have to be settled in San Francisco. UMPG said, terms? We didn't read the terms. Who reads the terms? Just kidding. They actually said that the agents only agreed to the terms for the sole basis of investigating copyright infringement, a reason which in the past courts have ruled in favour of. Also, on Monday, the American Federation of Musicians kicked off negotiations with the Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers, AMPTP, with one of their key negotiating points being the usage of their music in AI datasets. Does anyone else feel like we're watching a slow-motion demolition? Last year's actors' strike combined with the Writers' Guild strike resulted in the loss of 45,000 jobs and an estimated $6.5 billion loss to the economy of Southern California. An AMPTP representative stated at the time that their strategy was to allow things to drag on until union members started losing their apartments and losing their houses, to force the Actors Guild into a less favourable negotiating position. Wow. As if it wasn't already difficult enough to be a musician in 2024 without having industry forces conniving against you. And for what exactly? We seriously need some balance going into negotiations. We at Music wish the Federation of Musicians all the best. We are here, we are ready, we are building the tech, so acronyms like the AMPTP have no choice but to pay you fairly. What we're being presented with is a once-in-a-generation opportunity to fix metadata standards so that musicians can be compensated properly. Yes, inside AI, but also inside every digital network that's been missing this crucial piece of information. By recoupling metadata with source audio, you no longer have to second guess how your music is being used. You have certainty. So whenever your song is used within the context of monetization, you get paid. Ultimately, this will be applied to every digital media format, but music is the canary in the coal mine for digital disruption. We focus on music so we can get it right first, with all of the proper musical attributes being included, rather than trying to bundle it with audio broadly or video. However, the big story of the week is adjacent to music, and it's about an AI TikTok filter being used to generate porn using Taylor Swift's likeness. Lawmakers on the Hill are already talking about how to criminalise this type of nefarious activity, and though the ethical debate goes beyond the scope of a video like this, in any case where there is a victim, high profile or not, it's very difficult to understand the kind of impact this can have on an individual until you experience something like this for yourself. Just because an artist is putting themselves out there into the world for your entertainment, it doesn't mean you have an infinite right to their likeness. In this case, there's very little difference between intellectual property and identity. Maybe they're the same thing. However, don't expect this kind of issue to be solved through lawmaking. It's actually a fundamental issue of data sovereignty and something that was overlooked in the deployment of our networks. It shouldn't just be about the transmission of information, but what information is purveyed and how. And then attribution, as in ownership and control of the data itself. Top-down regulations will force this kind of thing underground and have a net worse result than a technical solution that fixes the way that data is purveyed inside the networks themselves. This issue taps into what it means to be a human online, and it's only going to get more pronounced in the years to come. Should we all be okay with image and videos of us being shared online in compromising situations? Or should we own our own likeness and have the power to make our own decisions about how that is used? The genie isn't going back in the bottle, but guardrails can be built into data pipelines that enable individuals to have control of how their likeness is used. It's the same kind of tooling we're using for consensual data sets in music. And the good news is, a furrow like this means that adoption is just around the corner. On Thursday, Soundcloud announced it's integrating with 3 AI music tools to make it easier to upload AI music creations to the platform. It also announced it's introducing new methods to prevent AI abuse, like bots crawling the site and using SoundCloud's library as training data. The new integrations are with Soundful, a content creator targeted platform designed to help background music for videos like this, Fader, a mashup and remix making platform, and VoiceSwap, that is one of the legitimate voice model applications that features officially licensed deepfake vocals with 50-50 royalty splits. These integrations will be rolling out soon and feature an upload to SoundCloud button, and the new music published on SoundCloud will indicate which app or platform it was created with. The CEO of SoundCloud, Elias Seton, said, "At SoundCloud, we take pride in being ground zero for music experimentation. That's why we're home to what's next in music." How will these integrations affect AI music workflows going forwards? Do you anticipate it to affect your workflow? Let us know what you think in the comments. Other AI stories which broke include the band Guns N' Roses dropped the AI-generated video for their latest single, The General. The video intercuts an AI-generated animation with live footage of the band performing. MRI company Prenuvo is using generative AI to combine music with binaural beats, the goal being to relax the participants that are undertaking an MRI scan. And finally, AI is coming to music's biggest night. IBM are teaming up with the Grammys to offer a fan participatory experience via the Grammys website and on social media, creating text, images, animations, and videos using AI stories with WatsonX. Cool innovation or gimmicky way to reduce the social media budget? We'll be taking a close look at this and all the other hot stories coming out of the AI music space next week. Subscribe to stay up to date, and we'll see you next time.